Charlie Woods, the son of legendary golfer Tiger Woods, recently faced a major setback in his young career during an important junior golf tournament. He was disqualified for multiple rule violations, which shocked fans and raised concerns about his future in the sport. With the pressure of his father's legacy weighing heavily on him, the big question now is, can Charlie recover from this, or is his career at risk? When you think of a junior golf tournament, you imagine young talent stepping onto the course full of excitement, dreams, and passion for the game. That was exactly what happened last weekend when some of the best junior golfers came together for a key competition. The tournament was meant to showcase skill, discipline, and the next generation of golf stars. The weather was perfect, the greens were smooth, and the atmosphere was electric. Spectators, many of whom were parents, coaches, and golf fans, lined the fairways, eager to watch these rising stars in action. Among them was one young player who had already drawn a lot of attention even before he hit the first tee, Charlie Woods. Charlie isn't just any junior golfer. He carries one of the most famous names in the sport. As the son of Tiger Woods, expectations for him have always been sky high. Every swing, every putt, every move he makes is watched closely, not only by fans but also by critics eager to compare him to his father. Until this tournament, Charlie had been handling the pressure well, showing impressive skills and proving that golf talent clearly runs in the Woods family. But this time, things didn't go as planned. Instead of making headlines for an amazing performance, Charlie found himself at the center of a controversy that shocked the golf world. The trouble began during the second round of the tournament. Reports say Charlie made several rule violations, which are taken very seriously in golf. One of the main mistakes was improper conduct on the course, though the officials didn't immediately give details. He was also accused of delaying play, which disrupted the tournament schedule. Golf is a sport built on precision, patience, and strict rules, with little room for mistakes. Every player, no matter how young or talented, is expected to follow these rules to ensure fair competition. Unfortunately, Charlie's actions went against these expectations, forcing tournament officials to step in. As the violations piled up, the officials had no choice but to disqualify him. When the announcement was made, it sent shockwaves through the tournament. Spectators were stunned, not just because of what happened, but because of who was involved. The son of one of the greatest golfers of all time had just been disqualified from a junior tournament. It was a moment no one saw coming. Reactions were quick. Some fans were in disbelief, struggling to understand what had just happened. Others felt frustrated, thinking the young golfer should have been more careful. Golf officials stood by their decision, emphasizing the importance of following the sport's strict rules. Meanwhile, social media exploded with opinions from fans and critics alike. The situation quickly sparked a lot of opinions. Some people criticized Charlie, arguing that being the son of a golf legend didn't give him the right to bend the rules. Others defended him, saying he's still young and learning, and that mistakes are a natural part of growing. But the biggest question on everyone's mind wasn't just about Charlie. It was about how his father, Tiger Woods, would react to the situation. Tiger was there, watching everything unfold. As a father, he was there to support his son, but as a golf legend, he also understood the importance of discipline, respect for the game, and playing by the rules. When Charlie was disqualified, Tiger didn't storm off or argue aggressively with the officials. Instead, witnesses said he remained calm but firm. He had a conversation with the tournament officials to understand exactly what happened and why the decision was made. Even though he stayed composed, it was clear this was a tough moment for Tiger. He's always been known for his discipline and deep respect for golf's traditions. This situation wasn't just about a rule violation. It was about what kind of golfer and person Charlie would grow up to be. After the incident, Tiger made a statement, and his words carried a powerful message. He expressed disappointment in what had happened, but also stressed the importance of learning from mistakes. Golf is a game of integrity, he said. As hard as this moment is, it's a lesson in accountability and growth. Charlie will come out stronger from this. His words weren't just about golf. They were about life. Everyone makes mistakes, and setbacks are inevitable. But what truly matters is how a person responds to them. Tiger didn't use his influence to try to change the tournament's decision, and he didn't make excuses for his son. Instead, he saw this as an opportunity to teach Charlie about accountability, something that's important not just in sports but in any area of life. For Charlie Woods, this wasn't just a disqualification. It was a moment that showed the immense pressure he faces as the son of one of golf's greatest players. Imagine trying to follow in the footsteps of a living legend. Every time Charlie steps onto a golf course, people aren't just watching to see if he plays well, they're watching to see if he plays like Tiger Woods. That kind of expectation is overwhelming. It's one thing to deal with competition, but it's another to handle the constant comparisons to a father who has set records, won countless tournaments, and changed the game of golf. No matter what Charlie does, there will always be critics questioning if he's good enough or if he'll ever reach the same level of greatness as his father. But Charlie isn't alone in this struggle. Many children of famous athletes experience the same pressure. Studies have shown that young athletes with famous parents often face intense psychological challenges. The burden of living up to a parent's legacy can create stress, anxiety, and even burnout. This situation goes beyond just talent. It's also about how well young athletes handle the mental and emotional challenges that come with being in the spotlight. It raises a bigger question. Should we expect perfection from young athletes simply because of their family name, or should they be allowed to make mistakes, learn, and develop their own identity? The truth is, setbacks like these often lay the foundation for future success. Some of the greatest athletes in history faced major failures early on in their careers. Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team on his first try. Serena Williams lost her first professional tennis match in under an hour. But these moments didn't define their careers. Instead, they fueled their determination to come back stronger. Charlie's story isn't over. He's still young, and this disqualification doesn't mean his career is at risk. If anything, it's a wake-up call, a chance for him to grow, mature, and prove that he's not just Tiger Woods' son, but a golfer in his own right. With the right mindset, he can turn this setback into motivation to improve and show the world that he's serious about his future in golf. Unlike some sports, where referees are constantly watching for mistakes, golf relies heavily on the honesty and discipline of its players. That's what makes it different. Every golfer, whether they're a weekend player or a professional on the PGA Tour, is expected to know the rules and follow them without anyone needing to enforce them. That's why Charlie Woods' disqualification was such a big deal. It wasn't just about breaking a few rules. It was about a young golfer learning one of the most important lessons in the sport. In golf, the rules exist for a reason. They ensure that every player competes on an even playing field, no matter their skill level, age, or background. From amateur tournaments to the Masters, everyone follows the same guidelines. These rules cover everything from how to take a penalty drop to the time allowed between shots. Golfers are expected to understand and follow these rules, even when no one is watching. That's why golf has long been seen as the ultimate sport of honor. The greatest players in history, from Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods, have built their reputations not just on their talent, but on their respect for the game's traditions and standards. Charlie's rule violations, whether intentional or not, went against those principles. Improper conduct and delays that disrupted the event schedule may seem like small things to some, but in golf, they matter. Even small mistakes can change the outcome of a game. The golfing community doesn't make exceptions, even for the son of a legend like Tiger Woods. In fact, Charlie's last name may have made the situation even more noticeable, adding extra pressure on him to set a good example. The consequences of rule violations in golf can be serious, especially for young players like Charlie, who are trying to make a name for themselves. While this disqualification won't end Charlie's career, it does come with potential long-term effects. First, it damages his reputation. Golf is a sport where credibility and character matter just as much as skill. When a player is known for not following the rules, it raises questions about their discipline and sportsmanship. That's the last thing any young golfer wants, especially someone already under a microscope. Beyond reputation, there's also the issue of lost opportunities. Many junior golfers dream of earning scholarships, getting invitations to bigger tournaments, and landing sponsorship deals as they move up in the sport. For Charlie, these opportunities could be affected if his discipline is questioned.